Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Christopher Mark Curtis Bowen, on this evening edition of Imagination times Spirit to the Power of Truth equals Freedom plus Love. This is a 24th of July 2017 edition, and the basis, or I guess the thesis, or the main point, I guess, of this broadcast or this edition is the fantastical acceleration of just the positivity of the Ascension in general. The many positive aspects of the type of key things with all types of planetary ascensions, which is unity, development, cohesion, perseverance, and the resiliency in the motion of this creationalistical aspect of the compounded transcendence in action for grander transition capability, grander morphable activity, I guess could be said, and the ability to be in a state of manifestation, of course, or phasing, or moving into many different realms. And the grand thing is that it's incredible, accelerated amounts of progress have been made, and of course the very fast rate is incredibly fast, and as in, like, for example, the rate of progress, of course it's always been accelerated, and of course with mental clarity, spiritual clarity, physical clarity, or just basic clarity in general, it's very able to be seen how hundreds and thousands of years of progress has been condensed, and, to speak in terms of time, hundreds and thousands of years of progress have been made in relatively few years, or relatively few months, or relatively few days. So hundreds of thousands of years of progress in just a couple of days, or 3 days, or 4 days, or 5 days, or 6 days, or 2 weeks, or 7 weeks. That accelerated advancement is a very positive, very co-creative balance, and what's grand and what's actually happening, which is very cool, is the assistance, for example, nature has always been this way ultimately, but that balance of energy, trees providing communication and nutrients, and connection with soil, or with the grass, or with roots, and then roots are like a tunneling, grounding, and connection system for unity, and that's a very beautiful balance of accelerated communication, healing, advancement, and growth. Very, very similar, very unlimited, incredibly spectacular, positive, grand fruition. This would be an excellent production of a very positive mission toward the intent of grand accelerated advancement in magic, and of course the grand acceleration in manifestability in magic, and of course the many different types of, it's countless, but not necessarily countless, but there's it's actually unlimited, the unlimited amounts of forms and thought forms of magic that can be manifested. This is your host, Christopher Malcolm Curtis Bowen, on this evening edition of Imagination times Spirit to the Power of Truth equals Freedom plus Love. Love you all.